Zhong Kui. It's like Kui from series. Man, I loved the Wukong, especially its combat and the lore behind it, lore of the game. Whew. Oh man, look at the graphics. Are you kidding me? Man, they cooked, dude. Oh man, they cooked. Game science. With all the money which they received from Wukong, they're investing all back in here. It's a monster. What the hell? I'm not trusting this old man. He must be a Yaguai. Are they like in a mysterious island or something and they're trying to escape from it? Oh man. Brings back the music brings back memories from Wukong. Basically the same theme. You'll have the same touch. A mysterious island. Island is acts like it's alive. Enemies here. Oh man. I don't know about gang fights like this. There's too many enemies. So they're bringing proper parry combat in this game, unlike in Wukong where you have the rock solid, right? It's not a proper parry. Ooh, they got the same dodge. Perfect dodge, like in Wukong. Parry it. Ooh. They have the same sound effects with these sparks, right? Oh! The big guy is just watching them fight. He will be the last, I think. That's a block. Nice. So we have normal blocks and parries. Combat animations look insanely good. Insanely good. Look at all these different animations to do the death blow on the enemy. Woo! It's the same healing. I love it. Oh man, look at that extra enemy. This cutscene is that is very interesting. He didn't have to fight the big guy himself. Did the big guy kill him? Wait, what was he doing here? This guy distracted us. Ah, what did you do to the old man, you bastard? Oh. Follow it. Chase it. Go. Does Wukong do the storytelling well? Hmm. Not really. The story is very simple, very basic in the game. But if you go deep behind it, like when you finish the game and understand each of the chapters and the cutscenes they put in at the ending of each of the chapters, you'll only realize the story's depth later in the game. You won't understand what's going on really until very late in the game. Once you go and read the lore, like you read the story of Journey to the West, um, you understand each chapter endings, each chapter enemies, and friends you meet along, their backstories. You'll all these stuff you'll only learn after basically after beating the game. Um, when you beat the game, you understand all the lore. When you rewatch all the special cutscenes, you'll start to cry. That's how good the story is. It's not a typical story game. It's a lot of depth to the games. Doggies, nice. Have you watched the sparks here? Oh, it's like gaining sparks on the right bottom right. In Wukong, the sparks were very visible, like ball shaped and super shiny. But here you have to like really look closer. Like you can see a small dagger there at the bottom right. Those are the sparks in this game. So when he did the special move for the boss here, or for the elite enemy, let's see how he uses the sparks here. Let's see. Woo! See, he used all three of his sparks there. It's a special parry, maybe. Have to time the special parry, which consumes all your sparks. He actually died there. Huh. The elite enemy actually died. Basically, um, yeah, he's gonna attack the old man, but that's basically the end of the fight. That's why the cutscene started to play after this. See? Only in the cutscene you actually kill him. Okay. Let's watch again. The second dog. Ooh, look at the animations, man. Ah. Look how good the world graphics is here. Oh man, this is a step up, dude. A step up. So freaking good. Wukong was really good in graphics, but this is a lot of realism. Woo! Okay, let's watch that again. What happened here? He came in here. He sees multiple enemies. Okay. You have three sparks fully charged up. There's like four different spells, maybe. This might be one of them. Okay. Does it show which spell he's using? He has like full mana, maybe? I think it's full mana. Toss. Ah, there's the spell. The first one. The first one is a spell. Fire spell. It looks insane though. It's like so overpowered, it seems like. Look at all the trees getting burnt there. The fire effects on them. Whew. So I guess if there was no fire conduction, like let's say you're in a desert, right? Instead of a forest level, this might not be as effective. Since it's like a grassland with trees and woods around, the fire might be like enhanced. So fire spreads around. That felt like there's like fuel on the ground, but I don't think there is. Like, there must be a reason. I guess it's just a fire spell having the spread effect. There's no fuel on the ground, but so he absorbs all the fire, right? Absorbing all the fire. The enemies all disappear at the time. Let's see. Okay, I guess there's no connection between them. The enemies disappear, but that doesn't matter here. It's like absorbing all the fire into the sword. I think you can do partially as well. Like you can see the sword getting filled up with fire. That means like if you have little fire to absorb, you probably can't fully fire up the sword, I think. So he's got the fire sword, right? Let's see what happens when he pulls it out the next time. We follow the ashes or skins of our friend, and here we go. Fire sword. Woo! Woo! Blocked it. It's an elite enemy. And meanwhile, in the background, look at the background here. So the skin of our friend, which goes to like the last. Look at that guy behind him. Our friend is like basically helping us in the fight. He got both of them. He got two enemies back there. Wow, wow, wow. The fire sword is gone. Let's follow our friend. Gaming is back, guys. Gaming is back. No more slop fest. Single enemy. Nice. Hey! What an ambush. Get him. Oh, he's kicking. What is that animation? Wait. What the hell? It's half as good as this. I want to play it. Bruh. Wukong redefined combat, dude. Redefined parry mechanic. They introduced an entirely new parry into the gaming world. It's a must-play game in my opinion. Okay, a boss fight. It's a large arena, yeah? Where's the boss? Bring me the boss. Bring me the boss. Hey. Don't sink. Okay. It gets more breath or something and goes down. Whew. Okay, we find a wife. Okay. There's the boss. Here we go. Come on. Oh shit! What the fuck, you freaky bastard? Look at his face. I knew it was gonna be a boss fight, right? I called it. Man, look at the design. How the fuck are they thinking all this? It's like a clam, right? Clam has wings. Oh man. Watch again. Oh man, this game's gonna be so peak. Freaking normal parry with perfect dodge. Bro, lock in, don't get damage. So that's a single spark attack. He consumes one spark and does a special attack here. And it goes along with perfect dodge. Okay. Perfect dodge. Special attack with one spark. Ooh! Did the shell break? Wow. Shell is broken now. Ooh. Phase 2. What are you gonna do with that wing? That shell, you dastard. He's distracted. Stab him. Stab him. Ah, you missed it. What are you doing, brother? Parry the sound waves. Ooh, what? This is so good. Get him. Cut his head off. Oh, delayed. He messed up the parry there. He did a early block there, so missed it. Woo! Bruh, he missed off his attacks. Let's see, which spell is this? The fourth spell. Okay, it summons a guy. This is basically like in Wukong you have the clones attack. What's it called? Shoot. I don't know. Something like that. Basically get a summon here. Nice. Whoop his ass. Shadow still here. Shadow blocks. Holy. Wait. How do you do that? Oh my god. Someone's getting destroyed. Oh my god. Come on. The bosses, they don't show the stance damage on them whenever you parry. Maybe it's a hidden stance meter, probably. Um, Lies of P has that, right? In Lies of P, they don't show bosses stance, something like that. The cutscene. Friend is gonna help us. Attack him! Attack him! That's the window. It's the window. So second spell. Second spell. Okay. We missed 2 attacks, but it's okay. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, friend is back. Oh, the clone, the summon guy. Oh, don't get destroyed, bro. Come on. You're the game developer. Fight better. Let's go. Are you kidding me? Did he like combine both the spells here? Let's go back. So he has the lightning on his sword. He combines with the summon. Woo! Oh my god. Woo! Oh! No way. So this must be time based. There must be a time limit as to how long you can stay within the clone, right? Yeah, probably. Similar to Wukong. In Wukong you have the transformation, basically the same. But they redefined it in this one. They made it more cool. I mean, look at the parry effects here. I mean, look at that. Look at the parry effect. Look how the background changes here. Woo! Slow-mo. Special effect. Special attack. Ah. Oh my god, the music. Here comes the music. Final phase. Now this is combat, dude. This is a boss fight. Okay, where did the summon come from? Okay. I don't know how they're integrating this summon into the fight though. Like, isn't the summon optional? Why is he in the cutscenes? What if you don't summon? What happens in the cutscenes then? Get him! He's on his last breath. Don't let him reach the water. Oh my god, you just... What? That's goofy. That's goofy. Oh, that guy's gonna stay with us for... Like that summon is like very important, it seems like. There's going to be a lot of horror elements in the game, of course, because of the main guy's backstory. What the hell? Yo. Drawing energy again. Just like we saw earlier with the fire. This guy's riding it. Riding a half-cut body here. Is this the same enemy? Red belt? I guess not. Not the same enemy. Oh, we have humanoid combat like this. Yeah. Of course there is. Oh my god. Oh, it's like poked everywhere. Woo! Oh man, I can't wait for this game. Of course there's a tiger. Of course there is. Bro, leveled up. I'm gonna guess the tiger and our character being like black giant. It's gonna be like at the final chapters. Man, they cooked. Oh man, they cooked. Oh boy. Amazing. Loved it. I'm more excited about this than Phantom Blade. If they never released Wukong before this, people would think this is fake. No Netflix subscription required, no pre-order before gameplay. Just pure confidence and creativity. You need this in gaming. My GP be like, don't even think about running it. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking whether this could even run on my system, dude. Yeah, I mentioned this. Can't wait for Sony to make Astrobot sequel to beat back with Zhong Kui. Oh man, that's gonna happen. Actually. Oh, hopefully Timmy gets to play this. That sword sheathing animation is so damn clean. According to original folklore, before becoming the famous demon hunter and and a deity of the underworld, Zhong Kui was a mortal man, a scholar, and a great warrior. And that is what is shown in the trailer. I assume that midway through the game, we will place Zhong Kui exactly as he appeared in the first trailer and at the end of this one. Yeah, I could see it being in the mid game as well. Like half the game you play as a normal human, and half the game you are playing as real Zhong Kui. Not a single word said. Pure spectacle. I know this guy. This guy's basically the number one Wukong fan. Well, this is what AAA gaming looks like in 2026. Zhong Kui got no business looking this clean. So the game premise will be a lot surrounding like demons. Demons. There will be um, what do you call it? Yeah, basically like quelling the demons, dealing with spirits and stuff. That's gonna be the game's main theme, at least. Secures and pulls the scabbard downwards so that his sword can be inserted easily. Nice. Wukong and Zhong Kui before GTA 6. Is that so? Is this game coming soon? Mm. I thought this game's like coming after like 1 year. Black Myth is so back. You know, this video is like what I saw um, pop up on my feed just when I woke up today morning. I watched like 2 seconds of it, like skipping it, and then closed it up for to watch it later. And here we are. My GPU melting with the trailer only. Man. First game had the headless guy singing. In this game, we got skeletons playing in a band. One heck of an upgrade. Keep on going. Music is gonna be peak. They're just gonna match Wukong or they're gonna do even better. As a character though, I don't know how they're gonna beat Wukong though. Like Wukong is so likable. Uh, I don't know how they're gonna build up this character, and I don't know how they're gonna do better than Wukong. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I can't believe Wukong only came 2 years ago. I can't believe this. This is crazy. Like, how are they cooking such a good game in like 2, 3 years, bro? This is unbelievable. Take my money. Thought this was Phantom Blade for a second, right? I haven't seen much of Phantom Blade gameplay, to be honest. But Phantom Blade is more action packed than this, in terms of fast paced, I think. Alright, so, well, that's that. GG.